This is BBC News. I'm David Eades. Our headlines. Crowds pay their respects in near silence as King Charles and his siblings follow the Queen's funeral cortege on foot as it makes its way up Edinburgh's Royal Mile. As their mother's coffin lies at rest in St Giles Cathedral, the King and other members of the royal family have been standing vigil. This is the scene live at St Giles. Members of the public are still filing past to pay their respects as they've been doing through the night. Earlier in the day, King Charles made his first address as monarch to MPs at Westminster, pledging to follow his mother's example.
She set an example of selfless duty, which, with God's help and your counsels, I am resolved faithfully to follow.
One other important piece of news this hour. Ukraine says it has recaptured 20 towns and villages in the space of just 24 hours. Russia retaliates by knocking out power and water supplies.
This is the most significant Russian withdrawal since they pulled out from Kyiv in late March. The human cost for both countries remains huge, and on whether it's a price worth paying, the majority of Ukrainians feel there is no choice. This is about survival.
Hello and welcome to our viewers on PBS in America and around the globe. People in Edinburgh have had the first chance to pay their respects to Queen Elizabeth ahead of her state funeral next Monday. We can show you pictures now from St Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh. These are live pictures as members of the public continue to file past the coffin, which you can see in the middle of the picture there, 4 guards standing vigil at each corner. They have been doing so throughout the night, and the public have been filing past all that time. They'll continue to do so for many hours to come, in fact well into Tuesday, at which point the coffin itself will be flown down to London. Thousands of people lined the streets of Edinburgh as well as her coffin was taken from the Palace of Holyrood House up the Royal Mile to the cathedral for a service of thanksgiving. King Charles led the royal family in solemn procession. That was behind the funeral hearse, and it was followed by a vigil held by all 4 of the Queen's children, Princess Anne and Princes Andrew and Edward, alongside the King. Our correspondent, Alan Little, has this report.